What up guys, Mayen here with another video, and in this video I am just gonna show you a little tip when you're in a pinch and you don't know how to get around getting a melody going for your track. You have this awesome groove, good bass line, and then you have all the other percussive elements and drums and everything. When there's a point where you're I don't know how to come up with a really interesting melody that's gonna carry the tune away. Well, in this video I'm gonna show you how to do that. All right guys, let's get to it. All right, so I have this groove that I created. I'm really not too crazy about the melody, but let me show it to you guys anyways. I like the groove of it, so now let's get something melodic. So with this little tip, I'm gonna show you guys should be able to knock out some really interesting melodies and see what's up. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, so let's go and record it out. And okay, so we are good here. Let's go and hear that out. Let's turn this off. Let's step out of here. So now this is what we have, right? I like it. All right, let's mute this. Let me see what. Let's mute this. Now we're ready to start, putting in another melody, right? I am gonna bring in Alchemy. Alchemy has some really cool sounds that I think that we can for sure use here. So I'm just gonna copy this one because that's the root of the note that I'm using for this track. So it's gonna be, I think it's in D minor, right? So I'm gonna stretch this out. And then the other thing that I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go and find D minor, all the different keys, right? So I know that you have the first, the third, the fifth, and sixth. They usually sound really well together. So I'm gonna choose those for this example. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add a chord trigger, multiples, because we're gonna use multiple notes, right? And then we're gonna start this area. I think that C4 might be a little bit too high. So then we're gonna click here, learn. And then we are gonna go here to D3, and then we have D3. Then what's our fifth is going to be A, and our third is gonna be F, right? So let's go to F. Then instead of the fifth, we're gonna choose this one. We're gonna choose the fifth up here. I'm gonna choose this one down here. Let's choose that one, right? And see what happens. We're gonna add an arpeggiator, which is pretty cool. Then we're gonna start tweaking things around. One thing that I like doing is I don't like using the octave range because we already have all the notes that we need. So we're gonna do inversions. And then we're gonna move the variation to find something that really makes sense. Let's go to the grid. You can do this yourself if you wanted to, right? But I kind of like just going here, factory, and start figuring out if something here is going to make sense, right? So let's hear the sound. This little melody might sound really interesting. Okay, sounds interesting. So now let's go and try another variation. I think the variation number 1 sounds good. Let's go to inversion 2. The other thing that we're gonna do here is gonna reduce the note length maybe to 50%. And then we're gonna randomize this. So it does move around, to the entirety of the song. And then the other thing, velocity wise, right? We also wanna make sure, that we randomize that so it has more of a human feel to it. I think 40 is a good good point to start. I think that if we add a couple of other notes, maybe at a lower range, right? Like maybe go over here. It's gonna have a little bit more variation. I'm gonna take that one out. Let's hear it out. Kind of like that idea, but yeah, you get the idea, guys. I'm not gonna get into deep in this, but hopefully this was helpful whenever you're in a pinch and you don't have any ideas on how to like come across like a melody that you might like. Yeah, just use the machines, use the tools that you have, and hopefully it will get you through it. All right, guys, have a good rest of your day. Peace.